Please call the roll.
Allen. Anderson. No. Bates. No. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. No. Block. Aye. Canella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. No. Gaines. No. Gaggiani. Aye. Glazer. No. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wessel. Aye. Huff. No. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Leno. Aye. Leva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Lada. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. No. Wynn. No. Nielsen. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. No. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk.
Call the absent members, please.
Allen. Wolk.
Ayes 24, noes 14. The measure passes. We're going to start at the top of the file, colleagues, which is file item 88. Senator Jackson, file item 88, pass on file. File item 89, Senate Bill 313, Senator Galgiani, pass on file. File item 92, Senate Bill 434, Senator Allen, not at his desk. File item 94, Senate Resolution 31, Senator Vidak. Pass. Pass on file. File item 95, Senate Resolution 32, Senator Morrell. Pass on file. File item 97, Senate Bill 144, Senator Liu. She's ready. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 114 by Senator Liu, an act relating to education facilities and by providing the funds necessary, therefore, through an election for the issuance and state sale of bonds of the state of California and for the handling and disposition of those funds.
Senator Liu.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this is a two-thirds bill. SB 114 advances the K-12 Public Education Facilities Bond Act of 2016. It currently designates an unspecified amount of general obligation bonds for school facilities. Funding for the school facilities program has been depleted, and a substantial backlog of applications for state assistance remains. We must continue the dialogue with the governor and stakeholders about not only the future of the state's school facilities program, but also the process by which the state administers those funds. SB 114 is the Senate's vehicle for this discussion. This bill streamlines the existing school facilities construction process, requires a single entry within the Department of Education to assist school districts, and expands the ability to work with joint use partners. I ask for your support on this bill.
Thank you. Is there any discussion or debate on this measure? Senator Morlock.
Thank you, Madam President. This is a general obligation bond, which means that it will be paid for by the general fund, not the Prop 98 side of the revenue sources. So we're taking care of schools through Prop 98, and we're also taking care of schools on our side of the equation by paying for their mortgage debt. So that's sort of a double dip of sorts. And I know that schools need bond financing to build, but why are we paying it out of our limited funds when we know we're going to get squeezed with higher CalPERS contribution rates, with perhaps retiree medical increased payments? So we're going to find our side of the equation getting crowded out. And so it seems that if the schools aren't willing to pay the mortgage debt on their bonds, why should we? So I am opposed to this unless it is amended to have it paid with Prop 98 funds. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. Any additional discussion or debate on this measure? Seeing none, Senator Liu, would you like to close?
I simply ask for your aye vote on this bill.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen. Anderson. No. Bates. No. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. Block. Aye. Canella. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. No. Galgiani. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Hueso. Aye. Huff. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leyva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. No. Morrell. Wynn. Nilsson. No. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Wachowski. Aye. Wolk.
Call the absent members, please.
Allen. Aye. Berryhill. Canella. Fuller. Galgiani. Huff. Morrell. Wynn. Galgiani, aye. Morrell, no. Wynn. Runner. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Call the absent members, please.
Berryhill. Canella. Fuller. Huff. Wynn. Runner.
Senator Liu moves the call. File item 100, SB 317, Senator De Leon. Pass. File item 101, Senate Bill 333, Senator Galgiani. Pass. File item 102, Senate Bill 350, Senator De Leon. File item 104, Senate Bill 425, Senator dispensed with, of course it was. Yeah, I didn't mind at all. We didn't do that. File item 110, Senate Bill 660, Senator Leno. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 660 by Senator Leno, an act relating to the Public Utilities Commission.
Senator Leno.
Thank you, Madam President and colleagues. I'm very pleased to have been working with the chair of the Utilities and Energy Committee, Senator Hueso, in bringing you SB 660, a very needed reform to the California Public Utilities Commission. It will reform their regulatory process that's resulted in serious failures to protect public safety and ratepayer interests. In interest of time, I will not reiterate the very articulate and powerful case that Senator Hill made yesterday in presentation of his CPUC reform bill. And thank you, Senator Hill, for that and for all your work in addressing the needs of the CPUC. We know what happened in San Bruno. We know what's happened with backroom communications since revelations through many email communications. I'll spare you all the details and get right to what this bill does. It will ban private ex parte meetings in rate-setting cases. This is the primary conduit for backroom deal-making. We're taking it away. The bill establishes new rules for disqualification of commissioners to crack down on a commissioner engineering future backroom deals. This is a sharp break from the past. More severe penalties for violating the ex parte rules are included. We continue our work to ensure that new penalties will be meaningful and deterrents to utilities, commissioners, and the CPU staff. CPUC staff. This bill also requires that the CPUC redefines what is a procedural communication and what is substantive. This is very important differentiation because when these secret ex parte communications happen and are revealed, they say, oh, it was just procedural, and then we find more emails revealing they are indeed substantive and impactful to ratepayers and to our public safety. Taken together, these are smart and meaningful changes that will help new leadership at the CPUC. This is not about individuals, this is about systemic change that needs to happen if we're going to have a regulatory body that will do its job as we intend them to do. I think I can say with a nod of Senator Hill's head, this is a companion bill to his bill yesterday. And again, I want to thank Senator Wesso for his extraordinary leadership in working with me and joining me as a joint author on this. And I'd ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, sir. Senator Wesso.
Thank you, Madam President. I also rise in support of this bill. Principal co-author on this bill. I want to thank my colleague, Senator Leno, for all his work on this issue. We've had several hearings on the subject. We've had stakeholder hearings. We've been working with the community at large to really get down to whether a bill is really needed in this area, and I guess that has been established by this process. We need further transparency. We need commissioners that are objective in making these decisions, where they're looking out for the ratepayers and everybody involved in these rate-setting decisions. This is it's become an increasingly important matter to the providing Californians with affordable and safe energy for their homes. So I encourage everyone to support this measure. It affects all of our communities equally. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion or debate? Any further discussion or debate? See none, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. Aye. Bates. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. No. Block. Cannella. Aye. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. No. Gaggioni. Aye. Glazer. Aye. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Aye. Hill. Aye. Wesso. Aye. Huff. No. Jackson. Aye. Lada. Aye. Leno. Aye. Leyva. Aye. Liu. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell.
Aye.
Aye. Monning. Aye. Morlock. Aye. Morrell. No. Wynn. No. Nielsen. Pan. Aye. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. No. Vidak. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye. Nielsen, no.
Please call the absent members.
Bates. Block. Aye. Fuller. Runner. Vidak.
Ayes 29, no 7. That measure passes. Members, we're going to lift the call on 2 bills. We'll start with file item 108, Senate Bill 572. Please call the roll. File item 108, Senate Bill 572.
Hancock. Aye. Hertzberg. Jackson. Lada. Leno. Aye. Liu. McGuire. Aye. Nielsen. No. Pavley. Wykowski. Wolk. Lada, aye. No. Liu, aye.
Dr. Plan replaces the call, bill on call. Again, lifting the call on our second bill, file item 118, Senate Bill 24. File item 118, Senate Bill 24. Please call the roll.
Allen. Berryhill. De Leon. Aye. Glazer. Hancock. Lotta. Aye. Leno. No. Lou. Berryhill, aye. Lou. Mitchell. Jackson, aye to no. If I can find her. Lou. Mitchell. Nielsen. Aye. Pan. No. Runner. Stone. Wolk.
Senator Hill replaces the call. Returning to Senate third reading. Senator Leno, would you like to take up file item 133 before you return? File item 133, Senate Bill 322. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 322 by Senator Leno, an act relating to charter schools.
Senator Leno.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, this bill deals with admission and disciplinary policies at our California public charter schools. And let me just state very clearly, I have some terrific charter schools in my district, and this is in no way an assault on charter schools. I have seen firsthand the many great benefits that they can provide. But the United States Department of Education and the United States Department of Justice have raised some serious concerns which we need to address, specifically with regard to admission and disciplinary standards. This bill addresses those very concerns. It ensures that charter schools, as a part of our statewide public school system, have non-discriminatory admission policies, as well as suspension and expulsion policies that guarantee students their appropriate due process. Some charter schools have implemented discriminatory admission policies, such as mandatory parental volunteer hours. You may have read about those. Also requiring a certain level of English proficiency, as well as certain grade point average. This bill will just make sure that all of our public schools, charter and non, are playing by the same rules when it comes to admission policies and disciplinary policies. I ask for your aye vote.
Any discussion or debate on the measure? Any discussion or debate? Senator Allen.
I just want to commend the author for his substantial amendments that I think made the bill much stronger.
Thank you. Any further discussion or debate? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Allen. Aye. Anderson. No. Bates. No. Bell. Aye. Berryhill. No. Block. Aye. Cannella. No. De Leon. Aye. Fuller. Gaines. No. Galgioni. Glazer. Hall. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Hernandez. Aye. Hertzberg. Hill. Aye. Hueso. Aye. Huff. No. Jackson. Aye. Lotta. Leno. Aye. Leyva. Aye. Lou. Aye. McGuire. Aye. Mendoza. Aye. Mitchell. Aye. Monning. Morlock. No. Morrell. Wynn. No. Nielsen. No. Pan. Pavley. Aye. Roth. Aye. Runner. Stone. No. Vidak. No. Vidak. No. No. Wykowski. Aye. Wolk. Wolk, aye.
Please Please call the absent members.
Fuller, no. Galgiani, Glazer, Hertzberg, aye. Lotta, aye. Monning, aye. Morrell, no. Pan, aye. Runner. Runner, no. Glazer, no.
Please call the absent members.
Galgiani,
Ayes 24, noes 15. The measure passes. Members, we're coming down to the bitter end, so if you could follow along on the daily file and be prepared to take your measure up, it would be greatly appreciated by all of your colleagues. Senator Fuller at Senator De Leon's desk, for what purpose do you rise?
Purpose of thank you and introduction.
Please proceed.
I have with me Cheryl McLaughlin. She's been my scheduler since the very first day. She's made my life wonderful. She's been in the building for many years, and this is her last day, so I'd like to thank Cheryl for everything she's done for me. She's been so wonderful. There's nothing she can't do, and we're wishing the best of luck. And so, thank you. Thank you, Cheryl.
And good luck to you. File item 117, Senate Bill 16, Senator Bell. Pass. File item 122, Senate Bill 122, Senator Jackson. Pass. File item 124, Senate Bill 137, Senator Hernandez. Not at his desk. File item 126, Senate Bill 189, Senator Hueso. Pass. File item 130, Senate Bill 248, Senator Pavley. Pass. File item 145, Senate Bill 548, Senator De Leon. Senator De Leon. Pass. File item 149, Senate Bill 703, Senator Leno. Pass. File item 150, Senate Bill 773, Senator Allen. Do you choose to take up this measure? Pass. File item 150, Senate Bill 773. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 773 by Senator Allen, an act relating to vehicle registration.
Senator Allen.
Thank you so much, and I apologize, Madam President, members. The primary tool for cutting emissions from passenger cars and trucks is the Inspection and Maintenance Program, which is commonly referred to as smog check. State law requires car and truck owners to register their vehicles annually and comply with the smog check program every 2 years. Now, drivers who bypass smog check by failing to register their vehicle can disproportionately impact air quality. Between 1% and 8% of California's 35 million cars and light trucks are unregistered. Unregistered vehicles pollute at higher rates compared to the average vehicle in California and compared to registered vehicles of the same make and model. Therefore, although unregistered vehicles account for a small portion of the vehicle fleet, they are responsible for a disproportionate share of emissions. It's not only illegal, but also unfair to the vast majority of Californians who comply with registration requirements. However, even with the acute problems caused by unregistered vehicles, California lacks meaningful data on the scope and magnitude of the problem. So this bill simply asks for the University of California to conduct a study on motor vehicle registration fraud by January 1st, 2017. This information will identify policies to address the problem of unregistered vehicles in an informed and strategic manner. The bill has no opposition, and I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, sir. Any Discussion or debate on this item? Any discussion or debate on this item? Any objection to the use of unanimous roll call? Seeing none, ayes 40, no 0, the measure passes. We're going to return to file item number 89, Senate Bill 313. Please read.
Senate Bill 313 by Senator Galgiani, an act relating to local government.
Senator Galgiani.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members. I'd like to make a motion to move the bill to the inactive file.
The desk will note. Thank you. Colleagues, once again, we're going to lift the call on 3 items, starting with file item number 118, Senate Bill 24. File item 118, Senate Bill 24. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Allen, Glazer, Hancock, Liu, Mitchell, Runner, Stone, Wolk.
Ayes 20, noes 12. The measure fails. Without objection, reconsideration granted. Ayes 40, no 0. File item 97, Senate Bill 114. File item 97, Senate Bill 114. Mr. Secretary, please read.
Berryhill, Cannella, Fuller, Huff, Wynn, Runner.
Please call the absent members.
Berryhill, Cannella, Fuller, Huff, Wynn, Runner.
Ayes 26, noes 8. The measure fails. Without objection, reconsideration granted. Ayes 40, no 0. Final item up for reconsideration. To lift the call. File item 108, Senate Bill 572. Please call the roll.
Hertzberg, Jackson, aye. Pavley, Wykowski, Wolk.
Ayes 17, noes 19. The measure fails. Without objection, reconsideration granted. Ayes 40, no 0. Returning to motions and resolutions. Seeing none, there's no other business. Senator De Leon, the desk is clear.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, we dispensed of 48, we went over 48 bills today. We dispensed of 45 measures, which is, in the past 2 days, slightly under 100, which means tomorrow, Wednesday, as well as Thursday, we're going to have to average at least a minimum of 48 measures. We're going to have to do this if we're going to leave on Thursday to go back to our districts. With that, Madam President, as well as colleagues, we will reconvene floor session tomorrow at 10 a.m.
The Senate will be adjourned. We will reconvene Wednesday at 10 a.m.